Hey there, YTPC. It's your boy Cosmo Cat Dad Piper. Sitting out on the deck. It's a beautiful night. Having a little Sane Espresso, which is supposedly coming back in stock. Fortunately, it's always the worst timing for that. But I saw our friend Piper X1X is having a go. Thought I'd throw my hat in the ring a little bit. I don't think that's the right expression, but you know what I mean. Sipping on some cold brew. A little too late in the night, so that should be interesting. But anyways, if you're not familiar with Piper X1X, first of all, shame on you. Go check him out, give him some YTPC sub love. Tell him Cosmo sent you. I don't remember if there is a milestone that he's celebrating or if he's just doing this as a subscriber appreciation, but I appreciate the guy. And he had a really interesting question for the guy. Wanted to keep it lighthearted, although I don't know how lighthearted this will be. Wanted just to share our most embarrassing moment. Now I'll have a couple that I'll share. Don't know how much of them are like something that I did, is just something that happened to me. So first embarrassing thing happened multiple times. Primarily in kindergarten and first grade. I was kind of a nervous kid, kind of a shy kid. And there's a couple times when I'd get on the school bus to go home at the end of the day. Kindergarten. And for no apparent reason except for maybe nervousness. For what reason, I don't know. Maybe I had anxiety all the way back then. But I'd get on the bus, and before I'd even have a chance to take off and leave from the school, I would just throw up all over the place. I'd have to get off the bus, get cleaned off, go up to the principal's office, spend some time with the principal, who was a sweetheart. She was a wonderful lady. And call my parents and explain what happened. They'd have to come pick me up. Now, after a few times, we figured that it seemed to only really happen on days where we had milk and banana as our little kindergarten snack. So I figured out that that wasn't a great combination for me. And if I remember correctly, this happened a couple times in first grade. And that's when we decided that just maybe I couldn't handle 2% milk. And my entire family switched on over to skim milk. I've been drinking skim milk ever since. To the point where today I don't really drink milk unless it's like in a iced latte or a hot latte. Or if I want a white Russian. Luckily, we have a local dairy who makes a really good skim milk that has that thickness and viscosity of a 2% milk. But as a little kid, throwing up on the school bus in front of your classmates, definitely embarrassing, definitely traumatizing. The other story I wanted to share was this was back in about 2008. I was working at a local grocery store, a very small grocery store, about 5 aisles, as the accountant for the store, which basically ended up meaning just balancing the registers, inputting data all the time, and inputting it sending the information to corporate. Not my favorite job. Probably my least favorite job. And on this particular day, I found out the store director, who I kind of shared an office with, and about the only person I really had a real relationship with at this store, told me that he was going to be leaving and transferring to another store. Which broke my heart and caused me to worry because I didn't know who was going to be coming in and how they would be operating things, how they would be handling things. So this happened on the same day I was working like a 12, 13-hour shift just because I had to get a bunch of stuff done. So I get done with the shift, driving home from work in my PT Cruiser, probably my favorite car except for during the winter. And I'm going to stop at the store on the way home, pick something up. And so I'm in this residential area. I'm at an intersection. I'm at a stop sign. Now, I stopped and looked both ways. The other road that intersected, they did not have a stop sign, so unfortunately they have the right of way. But I looked both ways. Not a car in sight. I get about a third the way through the intersection and I see this car coming outside my passenger side window, plowing down the street, paying no attention, about in the middle of the intersection, and they T-bone slam right into the car, put a big old dent in the passenger side of the car. Luckily I didn't have to total it. But the embarrassing part is, again, like I said, had probably the worst, longest days of work, and then this happened. Sitting in the car, waiting for tow truck to show up, and person who lived in the house in the corner saw the accident, called 911. Local fire rescue paramedics showed up. When they showed up, not one but two, so both of the paramedics or fire rescue that showed up were people that I was really good friends with. Hung out at a local coffee shop together with them, and did film discussion and various activities with them. They showed up to the scene of the accident when I'm just ready to go home and cry. And they saw me and they're like, Adam? I was like, hi. I did nothing wrong. They were concerned about me. They were doing their job. But it was still super embarrassing seeing your friends there at the scene of the accident. So, anyways, I've rambled on long enough. Those are my embarrassing moments. I'm sure there's more that I haven't thought of. But again, Piper X1X, go check him out. Again, thanks for hosting the GAW, and hope this suffices as an answer. Meantime, thanks for watching. God bless. We'll see you soon.